Spread your wings, let the wind carry you high. There's a world waiting just outside. All the dreams that you hold deep inside. Now's your time, go and take flight. Oh, 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 oh. Rise above it all. Rain might fall, but the sky will clear. Every doubt disappears. If you're lost, you'll find new light here. Trust the voice you hear. Open hands, leave fear behind. Step into your new design. Spread your wings, let the wind carry you high. There's a world waiting just outside. All the dreams that you hold deep inside. Now's your time, go and take flight. Oh, oh, oh. Rise above it all. Let your courage draw the map from within. Every star's just a tale of the climb. You're the spark and it's your time. Spread your wings, let the wind carry you high. There's a world waiting just outside. All the dreams that you hold deep inside. Now's your time, go and take flight. Oh, oh, oh. Rise above it all. Soft as sunrise, hope fills the sky. Every limit's just a line to defy. Carry memories as you soar on your ride. Never looking back, just open wide. Oh, fly on fearless now.
Well, hello! It's Thursday and I'm back with another live. I don't know where the week has gone. Thursday already. It's absolutely crazy here. I'll do a few shout outs and we'll get rid of that because I think you know who I am. I'll get rid of that now. Oh, there we go. Try that one. There we go. So, I'll give you a few shout outs. We have, who do we have here? Let me just check my glasses here. Oh, we have Ivy, Nicola, Ellie, we have Susie and Angie as well. So, Susie, who sings the music? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Technically, nobody. Yes, a lot of trial and error, but I've been playing around, I know, with some artificial music. I know, it's not, you know, I'm not keen on it, and I'm also not keen on it doing things with art as well, but it took a lot of trial and error just to manage to create something like that. I don't think it's that good, but I'm sure you like it. I don't know why. So yes, so artificial intelligence is one thing, isn't it? Being real and in the real world is something completely different. I know. Yeah, so I had a busy day. I was in Redditch yesterday. For those of you who don't know, I obviously travelled to Birmingham, which is kind of the centre of England. So it's a 2-hour journey there and back. So I had a busy day there yesterday. But nice to be back home in the office, in the studio. And it's been an absolutely typical Welsh day. Wet, dreary, and absolutely horrible. So what have you been doing? Tell me you've been doing something more exciting, sitting out in the sun, walks on the beach. Tell me, what have you been up to? I'm just having a read of this. So, yeah, good afternoon, Angie as well. Good afternoon, Angie. So, tonight I am doing something Helen suggested I did something clean and simple, but you know what I'm like? Sometimes I love a bit of clean and simple, and sometimes my clean and simple may not be the same as your clean and simple. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I'm kind of, you know when you have a craft stash of bits and pieces that you maybe stamped and you haven't used yet. So I'm kind of like, I was rummaging in my drawers, and as you do, and I found a few bits and pieces. I thought, do you know what? I love that stamp set, so I'm kind of gonna grab something there, and I'll grab something else. And I thought, yeah, let's create something with something not brand new, because if you don't have that latest release, you should really get it, because that's really cool. So I am going to do something with something a bit older today. You've probably, if you've got it, great. If you haven't got it, then where have you been? Come and get it, because it's really cool. Let's have a look. What am I going to be playing with? Let's turn the camera around just so you can see what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I think I'll bring those in and back in as well. Right, so turn the camera around. You can see there now. Right, okay, here we go. So today one of my old favourites, because it's great to do some music. I like music stamps, so it's I think that'll be really cool. So this one's called Rock Out. Really cool set. It's I'd like to say it's as old as me, but it's not. Great images, very iconic. You've got the classic kind of guitar player there. You've got Rock Out. You've got the stars. You've got the kind of the piece, Rock Out, and then whichever way you want to do it. And then you've also got the star, the kind of grungy star, and then you've also got a guitar there as well. Really nice. So again, cool set. And I'm probably gonna. So I was toying with the idea of having to play with this one, but I've used this one quite a lot. So I'm thinking of going with. Maybe you can't see on here. Bit of black card. There we go. So this is our breakout stencil. No, it's not. It's a breakout. No, it's called Breaking Glass. That one's called Breakout. This one's called Breaking Glass. Really cool. So yeah, it's so I'm going to combine the two, and we're going to do something with that. What do you reckon? What do we think? Ivy's saying this is why my bank account is empty and my craft room is full. Well, listen, Ivy, you can't blame me. You cannot blame me. Do you know what? We don't actually, Visible Image doesn't do as many releases as a lot of companies. We do releases, obviously, but we don't churn out things all the time. Personally, I believe if you do too many, it's a bit too much, I think. So our releases are a bit more staggered and more, dare I say it, pretty cool. So sometimes that's the way that we have to do it. I think it's better that way. Churning out releases constantly, day in, day out, can be a bit too much sometimes. And also maybe the vast quantity of a release sometimes is like, if you've got 20 items, it's just too much. Small and cool and really what the kind of things that you want. So, what do you think? Tell me, what have you been doing tonight? What have you been doing this week? Have you been creating? I don't know. I shall turn the camera around and we'll kind of make a start on something, and we'll see where we go. I am conscious as well. Obviously, if you're not in the UK, then obviously maybe you're not watching it, but everyone is glued to the TV set at the moment, obviously with The Traitors. I don't know whether you have it in whatever country you're in. If you're not in the UK, maybe you have it in another country. So yeah, everyone seems to be watching The Traitors, and I know that it's on at 8 PM. So I will make this card as quickly as possible, but as coolly as possible, and we'll still have a chat as well. So I don't want to waste your time, but if you're here, then I never want to waste your time. So let's turn this camera around again. Right, so let's make a start. And I'll read your comments as well as at the same time. Ellie's saying you're not allowed. Look, you cannot blame me, so stop it now. Stop it. Right, so I'm going to make a start. I've got a piece of white cards here. This is like a just smaller than a 6x6. I'm going to create the background first, and then we'll see where we go. So I'm going to put this stencil over the top, and you know, it's quite often maybe you want to do. Oh, I've been cleaning this. Got fluff in it. Right. Okay. I know. Clean stencil mark. How dare you? I'm going to stick this down with a little bit of tape just because it just gives me those free hands. And when I started off this evening, I was going to do butterflies, but it's not the time for butterflies. Helen was reminding me that it's not butterfly season. So she's quite right. So I had to do plan B. And well, plan B was also better than plan A in my mind. It made more sense. Butterflies later on, not now. But I see, originally I was going to have the butterfly coming out of this broken glass. See? You see where I was going with that? But I didn't do that in the end. So, again, you know, maybe you'll do it in your own time. Maybe you'll do that and beat me to it. I wanted that butterfly kind of breaking out through that glass there. That's what I was going to do in my head. We'll see how that would have gone. Feel free if you want to have a go at doing that. Post your pictures. I was saying I need to do some creating. Do 50 Insta posts on my bingo card, which means I have to make 50 projects this year. Ooh, maybe an ambitious. Was that a New Year's resolution, Ivy? Yes. Yeah, right. In terms of the dog situation, right, there will be dogs, but did I actually say when? No. I did not say when I'd be doing dogs. I plan on doing a set of dogs to complement the cats in the same kind of style. I haven't done them yet. I know. I will. And then you will know. I'll let you know as soon as I do it. It's on the back burner for the moment. They're not coming out next month anyway. Right. So let's grab some colours here. What have I got here? So I've got some festive berries. What else have I got? Orange, yellow, green, bit of blue there, mermaid blue, mermaid lagoon, and we've also got the wilted violet. So kind of a various spectrum there, and it'll all become apparent why you want it kind of bright rather than anything else. What else I'm going to do? I'll tell you what we'll do is I'm just going to maybe just zoom that camera in just a touch. There we go. A little bit clearer for you. Right, let's just go. Again, sometimes when you don't know what to do, just grab all the colours of the spectrum and just go for it. I'm sure they would be really popular, Ellie. Dogs will come. So I'm just kind of going over this now. I'm not being too. I don't think I want to go into the edge exactly there. So we'll see how we get on with that. And I'm kind of just going through the colours here. We're on to doing a bit of orange now. And I'm just kind of going slightly into there as well, just a little bit. And I can come back if I want to do more on there. I'm just going through those colours now. I'm always conscious that I won't be able to get all the colours in, but I'm sure I will. I kind of go around here first with the violet. This is the wilted violet. Now, I think sometimes, you know, some stencils you do have to be a little. I should have taken my card down as well. I haven't hold it in my hand, but that's fine. Don't forget, sometimes when you're using stencils like this, kind of go with the stencil, kind of like not brushing across sometimes. You don't want to kind of snag your stencil. and have that chance of it buckling. It happens, you know, because sometimes the intricacies of stencils these days, people want some more better designs, interesting designs, and you know, sometimes that happens. So, you know, we try and live with that. Right, I'm trying to what colour? A bit orange, yellow. Mustard seed next. So I'm just going to go around here. It's been a nice bright card. Now, I think what I'm going to do with the stamp set, he's going to be stamped in. He's definitely going to be stamped in black, and obviously against that bright colour should look pretty good. That's in my head anyway. That wasn't going to be what was going to happen when I was going to do the butterfly, because this was going to be monochromatic, which would look cool as well. Entirely up to you how you do it. Right, a little bit of green. So this is a twisted citron. I do like this colour. Where some greens can be a bit overpowering, this one kind of works well. I find that. And again, my first pass over going around, I'm not blending those colours in too much, but I'll do a second pass and we just blend them in a little bit more. So that's the way I work anyway. And I need one other colour. I need my blue tool, which is looking a little bit worse for wear actually. Right. And I'm holding my card because I didn't stick it down. So if you're going to kind of attempt to do pretty much the same thing, I would possibly stick down that card as well as the stencil. But that's fine. If you hold it down, you can get away with that. Now this is where I start to blend those colours in a little bit more, each of them together. Oops, wrong one there, Mark, dipping in the wrong colour. Close. So I'm just reading your comments as I say. Ellie, since you like this, thank you, Ellie. Rainbow colours, cool. And I was saying my first card of the year was rainbow cats. Okay, yes, you do need to post it into the group. Please do. Please share your work. It's always great to see what people are creating with the stamps. Always nice to know. And it kind of like provides inspiration as well, you know, it's like, oh, what do people like doing, you know? A little bit dirty there, that's fine. Okay, we'll work with that. My orange. Again, you can go pastel-y or maybe a bit more vibrant. It's entirely up to you how you do this. But I kind of like it as it's going now. And I'll just remember where all my... Why do I lose my colours now? Right, yellow. There we go. So again, a bit more intense in terms of the colour here. And again, I could have gone right to the edge there, but I didn't want to this time. Sometimes less is more. And just bring in a bit more green across there as well. Okay. Do you know what? I think we're pretty much done there, I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll stop there. So see how this is looking. I'm just sitting. So I'd be saying about 50 cards. 50 cards. What in a year? Oh, are you going to do one a week? That would make sense. I see people doing things with playing cards as well. Is that a thing? I suppose that's like 52 cards, one a week. That's a good idea as well. I'm actually kind of cleaning up as I go. Right, so we'll take this off now and see what we've got. like that. Okay, so we have our background, which, you know, on white it's kind of, it doesn't look like anything, but once I'm going to stick this down now, we've got a card blank here and I've put a black mat on top. And I'm just going to stick this down. So I'll stick this down, and then I know I'm done. I did say this is a clean and simple card, and it's not going to take forever to do, but you can see where I'm going now. Right. So I'm going to stick this down. Here's my trusty gun. What does everybody use to stick their cards down with? That's another good question for you all. Obviously, I use my ATG gun, but I'm sure everybody else has their own ways of doing things. Tape, double-sided tape, glue. Maybe use those smaller tape running pens. I find the things that with this is it's incredibly sticky, and once it's stuck down, that's it. It'll never go anywhere. What was that? Does anyone else have a bingo card? This is my first one. I learned about them on a podcast. Oh, okay. And Ivy saying always cosmic shimmer. What the? This one? Yeah, it's good glue that. I use cosmic shimmer for not so much for sticking my card blanks down, but I know what you mean. It's a really good glue. Right, I think that's central-ish. Okay. So we have something now, and you can see that because I left that kind of white background around, your eye is kind of like drawn in there. So that's really cool. Next thing I want to do is I need to get my stamping platform out. So let's just put this to one side. Right, stamping platform, and let's get this stamp out. Say it's a great stamp, really cool. Now, stamping it in black's one thing. If you want to go for it in silver, it looks absolutely amazing. So let's have a look here. Let's put this down. Okay. So get it to where you want it, placement. Okay, and just grab it now. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to ink it up, and I'm going to ink it up with some. Where's my new one gone? With some Versavine Claire, but I've got two. Old one and new one. I know. I did buy myself a new one. I'm not sure why I bought myself a new one. I can't remember what the reason was. Anyway, next thing I'm going to buy some of the ink the ink refills, because I do like this ink. Right. So I'm going to ink this up. Okay, once you're happy, just get your placement and take your time. Oh, Ellie's saying she uses Pinflair book binding glue for pretty much everything. Oh, okay, interesting that one. I'm not. Oh well, I think I've had some of that before. I'm not sure why then I went back to Cosmic Shimmer. Not really sure. There must have been a reason. I do not know why, but if you know, each to their own. If you think that's the best one for you, great. It depends on what you're doing, you see, because sometimes. Now, brand new stamp. Typical of a brand new stamp, you've got this little kind of blotchy area, and sometimes it's because I may not press hard enough, or maybe it's just a brand new stamp and you do need to give it another go. The more you ink up your stamps, the better they become. Now, I always see on the internet the same old comments, such as about filing down your stamp, or putting sandpaper on it, or using a nail file, or some crazy things like that. But as I used to make stamps, look at that, still good, brand new stamp as well. I'm definitely not, can't be pressing hard enough. Right, third time. It's me talking. So, again, yeah, brand new stamps, they just need that extra, like, you know, ink it up a couple of times, stamp it out. You shouldn't have to sandpaper it. Not good for photopolymer stamps. I would not recommend photopolymer stamps be sanded or anything like that. Oh, there we go. You can't get much blacker than that. So yeah, I would not recommend sanding your stamps. Now, the problem is that people quite often say, "Oh, silicone stamp with clear stamps," or some people call it photopolymer stamps clear stamps, or they call them acrylic stamps. It's not all the same thing. There's basically two types of clear stamp. One is photopolymer, which is the best because the whole photopolymer was designed for the print industry. They've been using it in the print industry long before. Sorry, I'm using clear embossing powder here. Yeah, they're using photopolymer stamping in the print industry way before the craft industry started using it. And then there's also silicone stamps, which are, as the name entails, come from, they're made from silicone, this kind of stuff that you put on your bathroom to seal it, to make it waterproof. Now, as you can imagine, inks and silicone, waterproof, they don't go together, which is why there's a quality issue with silicone stamps. So I would always recommend clear stamps be made from photopolymer, and then good to go. But just please don't sand them down. Right, so I'm just going to heat this up. Now I'm going to heat from the bottom just so that A, you can see what I'm doing, and B, you kind of get a slightly better image. So it's a little bit smoother. Sometimes you get that dimpling on the when it's heat embossed, but you kind of find it a lot smoother when you heat from underneath. It depends on what look you're going for, of course. If you don't mind that kind of grunginess, that grittiness, then do it the other way. It's harder to do it this way. A lot harder when you can't see it on the camera, but I'm kind of doing my best here. There we go. Right, okay, we're done. And I'll just zoom in now so you can see that. Now I want to zoom in on that just so you can see how good it looks. So let's just zoom in there, and I'll show you now the smoothness of it. Catch it the light there, so you can see how much smoother. I mean, obviously the camera picks up incredibly detailed stuff, even it looks slightly, but that is, to the naked eye, that's really smooth. Again, you can see that there. There we go. So again, heating from behind, always a better idea. Now, I have already got one that I've done before, and this one, this is the thing. I did this. I don't know how. I found this in my stash, so this could be a few years old, and you can see how kind of dimpled that one is. I must have heated it from the top, so before I started doing it the other way around, so you can see the difference there. Wow. It's a lot glossier as well. So whether that's a combination of this is a little bit older, and maybe I wasn't using the wow embossing powder, but you can see there is a difference. Yeah, you know, each to their own. Anyway, I know this is old because it's got. See, I was just stuck on this when I made it and cut it out, but I never used it, and it's. I think it's so old. Guess what? Look at this. Foam pads. Mark using foam pads. That just shows how old that must be. That's funny. That is really funny. As you know, I'm one for using my silicone glue, but that's quite a shock as to how old that obviously is. Interesting. Talking of silicone glue, oh right, okay, yeah. So obviously I use this normally, the pin flare stuff, but really that must have been right at the back of my drawer. As I say, always a good idea to use your stash when you can. So let's just go out. Again, you know, from a distance they look pretty much the same. It's only when you look close up that you could see any kind of like major difference in it, you know, I'd say. Yeah, a little bit different. Right, so all I've done between this one and this one is I've just obviously trimmed around it. Pretty easy to do, fussy cut it out. Well, not too fussy. I've left the white border around it. I think that looks better, left with the white border. So I'm going to put this one to one side and I'll bring in my card again. So now you can see what we're going to do. Okay, now see, this is why sometimes I don't like these foam pads, is because I'm sure that will. I was looking for foam pads the other day actually, because these are black ones and I do like the black foam pads. I wonder where I got these from. Could be hunky dory. I'll have to have a check. Right. So now I'm going to place my cutout Rockstar. I'm trying to work out where to put him now. There's another one thing I want to show you as well, is that I have pinched another sentiment from another stamp set. Now I could have easily used the set that was in the pack, which is what we've got here. We've got Rock Out. See, Rock Out would work well with him, and that's great. But you know, I was trying to use all those things that I haven't used for a while, and I had this spare, which is Star, and that isn't from this set, but it works and it will work with it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put those together. I might put that at the top there for a change. Yeah, normally I'd put the bottom, but I think Star at the top looks really cool as well. Right, okay, so I'll do that. So let me just turn this over a second. Now I'm just going to get my knife. Just need to cut something off here. Right. Can't find the knife when you want it. Right, okay. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use this sentiment. Now the sentiment is from the Shining Star set. If you're not sure what it is, it's a really cool set. So just going to got a rough bit there. Right, I'm going to stick that up there. I'm going to use some glue on that. So we're just going to get some of the silicone glue, and this will also then give me the ability to wiggle it around if I don't get it quite in the right place. Ivy, yeah, a good sales pitch for Pinflare. Maybe so. I don't get anything from Pinflare. You know, when you love a product, you just love it, don't you? So you just use it. It's nothing to do with selling it to them. I think they could sell plenty on their own. They don't need me until me. Right. So let's have a look. I'm just trying to see where I'm going to put this now. Yeah, somewhere around. So I'm going to put the star up there. I was talking about the Traitors. Are any of you actually watching the Traitors? Or maybe you have it on in the background in your craft room. I don't know. So I think that star looks pretty good there. Again, this is what I like. Sets where you can take sentiments from one completely different set and it'll work with this one as well. Really, really cool. And do you see how that's really coming together now? That really does work. Ellie's glued to the traitors. Who do you think is going to win is the question. What's that? Yeah, there is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure for the traitors. Would you ever want to go on the traitors? Would you like to be on the traitors, either as a faithful or as a traitor? What kind of person are you? Would you be a traitor or not? That's a good one, actually. What kind of person are you? Would you want to be a traitor and kill people, or would you like to stay a faithful? Well, that is a pretty quick card, isn't it? But, you know, again, sometimes less is definitely more. I still would call this my relatively kind of clean and simple card. There's not much elements to it, but it's a good way to, you know, to make something that looks cool in a relatively short space of time. Which Hazel is saying she's never watched it. Okay. And I was saying I want Stephen to win. Now Jesse is out. Okay. And you thought Rachel would win, but not so sure. And you'd say you'd be useless as both, despite my show at the TV. Oh, well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing, isn't it? You know, I'm not sure what I would want to be. I don't know about you guys. I think traitors in general get to stay on the show longer. So, and it's the random thing about. What do you think of the card, by the way? Is it okay? Obviously, it was a pretty quick make, but it's still. I like it anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure about the traitors. Maybe I should apply to go on. What do you reckon? I wonder if I could apply. Anyway, they probably get thousands upon thousands of people applying, and yeah, I would. If anything, I'd probably want to be a traitor if possible. I probably wouldn't get very far, but that's just me. I'm not sure I could keep the pretense up for too long, or I'd just be over the top and they'd vote me out because I'm annoying. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, so well, thank you so much for your time. As I said, I wasn't going to take up the whole hour. I was being quick tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. I will post this makeup on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram and on the socials, and to check out more visible image stuff. If you're not already looking, we post stuff all the time there, every single day on Instagram. Some amazing stuff. Lots of short videos as well. So if you like videos that are nice and short, quick, snappy, really cool, that's the place to be. And we're finding that lots more people are kind of moving across to doing things like Instagram and that. So I know you're loving this, doing this. I don't know what's happening in the future, but I'll carry on going until nobody ever wants to watch me again anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you same time next week. So without much more to say, I'll say good evening, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye now.